Hey guys, we just want to give a little shout out to our patrons and the sponsor of today's video, True Earth
Laundry Day,
for making it possible for us to continue sharing our adventures with you. It's important that we find new ways to celebrate and care for our Earth every day. And thanks to True Earth, who's been on a mission to eliminate single-use plastics from ending up in our landfills and oceans, we have these eco laundry strips that are revolutionizing the way that us conscious consumers are doing our laundry. Because instead of buying those giant heavy jugs of liquid detergent, we have this biodegradable sleeve, which reduces carbon emissions that are set out in transport by 94%. It's one strip per load of laundry, and it will completely dissolve. Drop it in there. It's a simple way to keep your laundry, our earth, and your conscience all sparkling clean. Those little laundry strips are incredible. Clothes are so soft and clean. Be sure to use our link below and our code ADVENTURE10 for 10% off. We're Brittany and Drew, and welcome to our channel where we share what happens when you start to embrace the saying that the only constant in life is change. From van life to house sitting to exploring the idea of owning land, we've recently decided to take a break from the pressures of needing to know what's next. What do we do now? And instead, in today's episode, we're going to be reliving the San Francisco scavenger hunt that Drew and I did as interns when we first met. And well, are you in for a treat? There it is! Huh. Yeah, we found it! But before we let loose on the streets of San Francisco, let's take in a deep breath and let it out. And now, it's time to enjoy the show. After nearly 3 months of house sitting just an hour away from the city, and in need of a feel-good kind of day, we decided it was time to relive some of our fondest memories from when we first met all the way back in 2009.
There's Coit Tower up there.
If you're going to San Francisco.
The one thing we forgot though was to wear some flowers in our hair. Not so sure Drew was down for that.
It's a new day.
It's a big deal kind of day.
It's one of those days.
We've been wanting to make this video since we arrived in California almost, 3 months ago? And we're in San Francisco.
Which is the place that Brittany and I first met in person back in 2009.
That's like 12 years ago.
Yeah, a lot of time has went by.
Oh, I've loved you for that many years.
A third of our lives.
And many, many more.
Yeah.
But what we're doing today is we're going to be reliving the San Francisco scavenger hunt that Drew and I embarked on when we were flown here
as part of our marketing training for JanSport, the backpack company.
Yes, so they interviewed over 400 kids on our campus, and they did this at schools all across the nation. Yeah. They chose marketing teams of 2 people.
All at large universities, large state universities like Penn State, Arizona State, Michigan State, University of Florida, etc.
And they flew those marketing teams here to San Francisco, where we all met for the first time. So we're gonna take you to the street corner where Drew and I first laid eyes on each other after we tackle some of these scavenger hunt items that are really fun.
And let's not forget to say thanks, Jason, for sending us the scavenger hunt that you somehow dug out of your inbox to help us relive these moments.
And for choosing
both of us.
Yeah.
You're like a matchmaker.
He was at our wedding too. He's that special to us. And Skip Yowell, the founder of JanSport, which we recently discovered lives 6 minutes
from where we're house sitting at.
Yeah.
There's just a lot going on when we're in this part of the country, in this city that's special to us.
Yep, so let's go relive some of the best moments of the earliest days of our relationship.
And right here, we got the entire scavenger hunt list, so let's get going.
There's gonna be fortune cookies and seals.
Don't tell them, we can only sort of remember.
In the original scavenger hunt, they divided us into 2 teams, and we were given photos of a place along with a task that we had to complete once we figured out where that place was. Which was especially tricky because back then we didn't have GPS on our phones, and we had never been to San Francisco before. pretty sure I got this exact shirt there.
The city.
But luckily, this time, at least we didn't have to wear those ginormous JanSport big packs as we raced our way through town. Although, I could have gone for a free ride. Our first task was to make our way to the sea lions and do our best impersonations, which is definitely good for your funny bone.
That guy's got an itch.
A few fun facts about these big guys is that they're known for their intelligence, playfulness, and their noisy barking. They can weigh up to 850 pounds and grow up to 7 feet long. Arr, 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 arr. We're not letting Mr. Adventure off the hook. Hey, you gotta give us your impersonation.
Arr, 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 arr.
It's harder than it seems. You guys should try it.
That's a tough noise.
No wonder we fell in love with each other. We had to learn how to have fun straight off the bat.
And be embarrassed in front of each other?
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
All good fun. Next up, we made it to my favorite hamburger place in California.
Aren't you lucky this is on the list?
There you go.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
I get a double-double?
This might have been Drew's favorite task on the list. Finding In-N-Out and ordering fries animal style. Can I just say, when we first did this scavenger hunt, I had never heard of In-N-Out, never had animal fries, had no idea what they were. So I was like, animal what?
If anybody doesn't know, animal style fries are fries with grilled onions and cheese put all on the top. Just like so, with their special sauce, of course.
Special sauce.
Special sauce.
Sauce.
Sauce. Been waiting for this.
Oh yeah. At least you don't have to stuff it all down like we did last time.
Yeah, as we were racing around the city. This scavenger hunt's a little less crazy.
He knows you got animal style fries. That's what he smells. Don't ya? Man, you ate those fast.
Fresh potatoes. Those birds definitely wanted to partake.
I know. He still got his eye on you.
Good thing I still have a burger.
He heard that.
It's like, burger? Where?
Oh!
Yo, bro. Can I have some of that burger? You wanna come at me? This burger is mine. Mine!
Why am I getting all these epic scenes of Drew with his In-N-Out? It's only fitting that after lunch would come dessert. Task number 3 says, now that you've figured out San Francisco's most famous chocolate company, buy 6 of these and eat them. Now we get to pick out 6 of our favorite squares of chocolate.
I'm a big fan of sea salt.
Oh, me too. Grab me one of those.
Right.
Dark chocolate raspberry. That looks good. All right, success.
Here we go. Nice little treat for later.
That's right. Now what's next? Because we had done this once before, we knew that we could plan ahead. And our last task of the day would require a loaf of bread. So we set out for the city's oldest continually operating business.
They've been here since 1849. They were here during the gold rush.
Well, then we should support this place.
Let's go support them. Should I get a turtle loaf?
We almost couldn't believe our eyes when we saw turtles and teddy bears, anchors and gators, and crabs and bunnies, all baked into delicious fresh loaves of sourdough bread.
I bet the bakers have a blast baking those things. Thank you.
Yeah. Because we've done this scavenger hunt before, we know what we're gonna need for one of our future tasks. And one of those things was a loaf of bread.
What's up next?
It says, now you found one of San Francisco's most famous landmarks. You know what that is.
Does it have a view?
You know when you're taking the tsunami evacuation route that you're gonna be heading uphill pretty drastically. And boy, did we ever. Oh man, this is steep. That's San Francisco for you though. I'm just glad we're not doing this in the middle of July like we did back in the day.
It's hot and it's like April. What the heck?
Oh my goodness. Our destination was in sight. Look at that. Woof.
Going left. Faves.
We're almost there.
I do remember us sweating and panning and running the first time we did all
Oh,
this.
me too. But we were on like a time crunch. Remember how we told you they split us up into 2 teams? So we were literally racing through the streets. You'll find out who won at the end of the episode. Although now I feel like we're still kind of on a time crunch because we keep getting distracted.
You can see Lombard, the curvy street that we're gonna have to go to later.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Cool. By things like, yeah, that view.
Coyote alert in the middle of the city? That's crazy.
That is crazy. And we made it.
We did. Wow.
This 210-foot emblem of the city's skyline was built in 1933 with funds donated by Lily Coit after her passing, with the purpose of beautifying the city she loved. Lily was known for being quite eccentric for her time, wearing pants and smoking cigars just so she could gamble in the men's-only places, way before it was acceptable for women to do so. So it would only seem fitting that she would have helped build one of the city's most interesting destinations, offering up more perspectives and the widest reaching views of anywhere else in San Francisco. We weren't able to climb to the top of the tower due to COVID, but I think our legs are okay with that. Yeah, I need a coffee. That'd be great.
All right.
I don't drink coffee in the morning, but afternoon pick-me-up, take me there.
Pick you up? I was thinking about this.
Yeah?
Look how steep this street is. Can you imagine if that was our van and we were trying to sleep there in spirit for the night?
We'd be like a little burrito in that bed sheet. Our next 2 spots weren't officially part of the scavenger hunt, but when you're in the Paris of the West, as they used to call it, you need to make time to experience the best of the best. I got to pet the kitty cat. I love cats.
This is all the pop-up outside dining that's happening right now. You can see this, I believe, is Little Italy. It is cool how it's taking on a little bit more of a European feel. There it is. We made it. Look, they do have cold coffee.
Oh, thank goodness. Café Trieste, which opened in 1956, was the first espresso-based coffee house on the West Coast, and we happened to be there on the 65th anniversary of their opening day. Nice coffee.
I just want to say, I feel like I am miles, if not countries, away from the suburbs right now in Pleasanton. I do like many of the things about the house and like our evening sunset riders on the bicycles and everything, but there's just something about this kind of atmosphere.
Culture. That's what it is. And then she played the song that I surprised Drew with and sang at our wedding, which was also our first dance.
Just film us and watch this one.
Oh, what do you do? Thank you too.
Thank you.
I love that. It's like the heart of the city.
I love it.
So cute. With Coit Tower right at the top. Okay, next on our list, right?
Tell us more.
We gotta stay focused. Now that I'm caffeinated. Where are we going? In the original scavenger hunt, we were given a photo of the next destination once we got to each location. And on the back of each new photo was a task we had to complete before racing off to the next spot. This time, we didn't have the photos. But we had the text portion, and the next spot we're about to go was the hardest place to find. Okay, now that you have found the Golden Gate Fortune Cookie Factory, well, that one was easy, it just told us. Buy a bag of fortune cookies. Outside of the store, a member of your team must put one in their mouth and pull out the fortune. Think tying a cherry stem with your tongue. So like, put the fortune cookie in your mouth and then get the fortune paper to come out.
This was definitely one of the most memorable things that I remember from the scavenger hunt last time.
And we could not find this fortune cookie place for the life of us.
This was so hard. I remember it like was down an alley, a left and a right, and like, I don't know, it just like circled in.
Yeah, I mean, now that we've been here and we've done this is kind of like, oh, I remember this, right? Yeah. But back then, we had no clue. And I remember trying to ask people on the sidewalk, like, where's the whatever, you know? And they like, none of them spoke English.
A lot of people didn't speak English in Chinatown.
Yeah. Let's see what it's like now. Let's go.
Let's go.
As Skip Yowell, the co-founder of JanSport and literally the inventor of the modern day backpack, used to say, life's an adventure and the path is unknown. And that couldn't ring more true when you're on your way to Chinatown. Gosh, these buildings are so beautiful. I don't think we're at the Embarcadero anymore.
No, I feel like we just took a flight somewhere.
Into the heart of Shanghai.
Come on.
We gotta get those fortune cookies. Oh, look! Press penny.
Oh.
We gotta do this. How fun.
Let's do it. Left my heart in SF.
Oh yeah, that one.
51 cents. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Shoot, what's gonna come out?
A flat penny.
Oh, no. It's
cool.
kind of unique.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's Bruce Lee. Now let's go forward and we'll do a loop around.
Okay.
I think that happened last time. We took a right, then a right, followed by a right and a right, and right and a right.
If you say so.
Do you faintly remember this? Okay, I remember us being confused down here on the right.
Now what?
We go in this little alley over here.
I remember there was an alley.
I think it's on this. Yeah.
Cool. There it is. Huh. Yeah, we found it.
There it is.
This legendary landmark bakery has been making custom fortune cookies by hand since 1962. And they're known for making up to 20,000 of these lucky little cookies every single day, working 10 hours, 7 days a week, and never closing on holidays. But that one didn't come with a fortune.
I know, but that was so fresh off the press.
Those are like literally the fortune cookies.
He just handed that to me.
Let's get a bag.
And we're gonna get a mug too.
Oh, that's fun.
We'll give it to Jason.
You know what we gotta do now. Oh, and I should also say that this is the most densely populated Chinatown, like outside of China. Is that right?
Chinese population density outside of mainland China.
He gave us all of these. They're like fresh off the press. They're actually burning my hand. They're so hot. Oh, they're gonna like go flying. You gotta stick it in your mouth.
Oh, that's right.
And then you gotta spit the fortune out.
My mouth is so dry. I can't find it.
Don't choke on your fortune. That would be a misfortune. There it is.
Something by the beach will be a fun investment for you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It must know that we're looking for property.
It must know that we're water people.
Yeah. That's pretty great. They're not gluten-free, but I definitely want a fortune. Hand me one of those puppies. This is exciting. A romantic mystery will soon add interest to your life.
Ooh.
Like a scavenger hunt of how we first met.
Must be me.
You're my romantic mystery. And then?
This is a very exciting one.
Where are we going?
It's one of the first things we did when we got to San Francisco after landing on the airplane, and we had not met each other yet.
We met.
That was a pretty good giveaway.
That's very exciting. Let's go to the place where Drew and I
first set eyes on each other.
I'm actually really excited to go to this street corner because Drew and I were saying we literally haven't been back there since that day, that time.
One more street.
Okay.
This is the street. I totally remember this wall, but I thought it was a lot steeper.
Ah, we're here.
We gotta go about like 150 feet further.
All right, this is it.
These are the steps.
Where history was made.
I got down on one knee, guys. No, just kidding. I basically saw you.
Yeah.
And thought you were such a beautiful thing.
When Drew and I first met, actually, I was not interested in being in a relationship at all, but I definitely thought he was very cute. And luckily he was in a relationship, so it made me less creeped out by if he was gonna try and
make a move.
Yeah.
I was a gentle guy.
He was a gentleman, yes.
I think we're literally in the spot.
I think we're there.
Right now.
We're here.
We're here.
This is it.
Wait a minute.
What?
I think it might be that street. That's the steep street. It was this street.
It was a lot steeper. Here we are.
Right. This street is super steep.
I think we might be at the top of San Francisco, other than Coit Tower, you know?
Yeah, the Mark Hopkins Hotel here is definitely on a plateau. We were college kids. I was 22 and you were 21.
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Aw, we're in our spot. Special.
Yeah, we came out here to greet you, and this is where I first saw you.
Aw, this is the romantic mystery. I was the last one to arrive because I missed my flight.
Yeah, you were pulling a 50-pound suitcase
up this.
And we came down to greet you, and you were just out of breath.
What a memory.
What a memory, babe.
Da, da, da.
There it is.
Da, 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 da.
Wow. Can you imagine if we could just park the van here?
We should try that one day.
This is where we had our orientation.
They're the same couches.
Wow. The chandeliers.
This is fun.
Good to be back. Wow.
Tea for top. What a view. Wow. Oh my goodness. It was so nice to be able to relive such beautiful memories in such a beautiful city. All right, where do we go from here?
I think we have to go up the famous curvy street that's known as...
As we let the suspense build, look at this tree filled with sweet little notes to help brighten your day. Trees like this were scattered all along our path as we made our way to Lombard Street.
The curviest street in the whole wide world. It's probably one of the most famous spots in the whole city.
It's really weird to see this street basically empty. There's cars trickling down it, but when we were here last time, it was back-to-back traffic of humans and cars. It was madness. It's a different time. With 2 destinations left and both on the other side of the city, we decided to hop in the car and give our legs a little bit of a break. And remember that loaf of bread we've been carrying around with us all day? Well, now's its time to shine and be eaten.
Remember, when parking on a hill, turn your wheels into the curb in San Francisco. Ready? Yep. Go.
Oh, the bread. You want a bite?
Sure.
Our turtle's missing an arm. We basically just recreated the opening scene from Full House. Behind us is the Full House house.
Remember the painted pink ladies?
So here we are. It was just like the opening scene. This was probably one of the funnest tasks I remember. I'm pretty exhausted, guys.
I remember being exhausted at this point on our scavenger hunt years ago.
Yeah, and now we're old. I just want to say, as hard as this was for me to kind of pull myself together for it, I think this was exactly what I needed to kind of lift my spirits. So, thanks, Dave.
Always.
Making our way to the west end of Golden Gate Park for our last destination of the day, we were pretty stoked to make it just in time for sunset, especially because the last time we did this, everything was caked in with fog. But not tonight. Okay, so it was too pretty not to get out of the car.
It was a good choice.
Look at the flowers. I didn't expect tulips. It's an actual Dutch windmill, the only windmill in San Francisco.
Here we are at the windmill that many years later, still loving life and seeing everything as an adventure.
But you know what's funny? I don't think we made it to this windmill on the other scavenger hunt. I think the other team already made it to the Breakers, the restaurant. Yeah. Okay, so we may not have won the scavenger hunt, but what we did win was something way better. And I'm not talking about those Twinkie holders they gave to the second place team. Do they even make Twinkies anymore?
I think the restaurant has changed names now.
Oh, right. Well, we can just drone over it because it's right over there.
And the ocean is right there too.
And the sunset's happening.
Yeah.
Meeting Drew when I did gave me a lot of hope about life and love. When we first met, I had been in recovery from anorexia for about 2 years. And though I was still a bit afraid to open my heart back up again, something inside me knew that our love would be life's greatest adventure. Be sure to subscribe and tap that like so you never miss an episode with Mr. and Mrs. Adventure. See you guys soon.